Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 602. If you're writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book, but you're having some trouble getting it done, or perhaps you're at the stage where you need help reaching more readers to let them know about your book, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Friday. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known, especially on social media, as Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they have the ability to turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's quote. At the age of 14, I discovered writing as an escape from a world of reality in which I felt acutely uncomfortable. Tennessee Williams. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is FAQs Friday, where I answer your frequently asked questions, whatever book-related questions are on your mind. You can send those questions to me wherever you find me online, but certainly through my website, Christine-Inc.com. Here's today's question. My overall author brand speaks to three different specific target audiences. How do I even begin to create a content strategy? Well, that's a great question, and I'm glad to hear an author that's thinking in terms of content strategy for their book. Really, that's always good news to me. So I would say start here. Research the number one way that your target audience, or I should say for your question, each of your three different specific target audiences, look at the number one way that they consume content. Now, there's obviously a lot more to a content strategy than this, but in terms of a first step, start with your audience. Because if you look at all the many different types of content these days, you could easily be overwhelmed. And if you start asking other people, maybe like people you know in your social media network, your friends, if you start asking them the type of content they personally recommend, well, first of all, that's a very subjective answer. And they've probably had personal success with, various types of content that has nothing to do with your strategy. So that would be very overwhelming. That's why I recommend starting with your target audience. Learn as much about them as possible. And for the purposes of a content strategy, that means learning how and where they consume content the most, especially about books from authors. So if you look at audio, video, written, printed, social media, and if so, for social media, which social media? Rather than obsessing about all the different types of content out there to choose from, obsess about your target audience. Obsess about who they are, where they are, and how you can best reach them with your words. And thank you for that FAQs Friday question. And thank you all for joining me here on your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources. We have a lot of great things in that group. Really pleased with the community of authors and how they support each other. It's just like the instant answers, I should say, whenever authors are posting questions looking for this or that or opinions or all sorts of things. Inc. Authors on Facebook. And I'll put the link in the show notes as always. Until tomorrow, happy writing.